pleasure to have with us in the studio Dr. Jameleddine Aouini, who is a doctor in history and a professional tourist guide. He is here today to talk to us about the region of the northeast of Tunisia, and more precisely the Gabon Peninsula. And I will tell you later on why the Gabon, why this choice. Well, welcome, Dr. Aouini. It's a pleasure to have you again with us today. So last time we talked about the northwest of Tunisia with a focus on Tabarka and what people can see and do in the region of the northwest of Tunisia. Today we are going to focus on the northeast and more precisely on the Gabon Peninsula, because when we talk about the northeast, it's a vast region geographically speaking. Yep. It can maybe go from the governorate of Bizerta to Zarouen to Nebel. So it encompasses all that area. But today we are going to focus, geographically speaking, only on the Gabon. All right.
Yes. First of all, thank you, Harriet, for the invitation. I would like to greet our listeners, wishing them a nice time with us. Okay. So, yes, as you said, last time we talked about the northwest, and now today we move to the northeast. Okay. Northeast comprises many places, yes, but we are going to focus on Gabon, this peninsula, extending towards Europe, okay, is the nearest place, if I can say, to Europe. Okay, when we say Gabon, we talk about the governorate of Nebel, Tunisia, and everybody knows Tunisia is divided and made up of many governorates, 24 governorates. Among them we find Nebel, which is making at the same time the Gabon. Okay, Gabon is, let's talk about the geography first of all, if you don't mind. So, is an area or a governorate, stretching over 2,800 square kilometers, about 3,000 square kilometers. I'm sorry, population is numbered about around, let's say 8,000 people. So it's a big governorate, yes. And in terms of economy, participates
8,000 or 80,000?
No, 800,000 people.
800,000.
Yeah, 800,000 people.
Suspicious about that. Yes.
8,000 people is just a small village. Would be like a small village.
Right.
But
so 800,000 people.
Yes, yes, it's very populated. Okay. Why? You know why? Because first of all, because
it's the
it has like a big, coastline, and then fertile lands where people they would grow a lot of things like fruit trees, like vegetables, citrus fruit, basically orange, lemon. Okay, and then we have tourism. So and mild weather. Yes, so which encourages people to live in this area. So this is the Gabon. This is the geography of the Gabon, if I can say. Talking about historically speaking. But before that, if you don't mind, I would to mention the main cities. We have Nebel. We have 77, more or less 80. Let's say 80,000. People living in the city. We have Hammamet, we have Kilibia, we have Al Hawariya, we have these are the main cities without forgetting let's say skipping the other cities like Manzil Bouzalfa, like Bni Khaled, okay?
Right.
So Tekilsa as well.
Bni Khiyar,
yes, Bni Khiyar, basically Dar Shabin. Don't worry, Hayat, I'm not going to skip Dar Shabin. Well, so this is history. In terms of history, or you know that Gabon, yes, going back to the Punic time and kept on entered the sphere of Carthage since its early time. Okay, about 400 BC, we can talk about the Carthaginian presence over there. Basically, you know that Phoenicians and Carthaginians themselves, when they came, the first thing that they did, they set out at the same time commercial structures, trading with other states, with other like islands, as well as Greek islands, as Sicily, Roman islands as well. So like that, because Carthaginian Empire was based on trade and commerce,
Right.
so basically, so that's why even when we say it's not our subject today to talk about, but when we talk about Carthage, we say Carthaginians, they have never imposed their power using weapons. Okay, no, always trading with people, but they were powerful enough, okay,
An economic
to
power.
dominate. Yes, to
Right.
dominate any country. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So today we are going to, as I said, to focus on the Gabon Peninsula and to give us an idea of what people can see, what can they do when they go and visit the Gabon. So the major places that they can visit and what they can see and what they can do there.
Yeah, let me start first of all by talking about the UNESCO site, which is Kirkwen.
Kirkwen.
Yeah,
Right.
Kirkwen, yes, is famous. Kirkwen has many people they come, and they especially want to visit Kirkwen because Kirkwen is the pure Carthaginian or Punic site.
Punic City.
Punic city
Right.
and the Punic site today. So it hasn't witnessed or experienced any other civilization except when it was destroyed by Romans. Okay, when it was destroyed by Romans, and when Agathocles, okay, the 4th century AD, came and fighting the dictator of Syracuse. Okay, he came to the whole Gabon, okay, and fought against all the cities at that moment, Punic cities, I mean. So Kirkwen, going back to the 4th, yes.
I have read that it was the only city that was not rebuilt by the Romans.
Absolutely. It wasn't rebuilt.
So
when you go today, and that's
it's preserved as it is.
preserved as a Punic city, as a Punic site. Now is a site, but used to be a city. Okay, with this urban layout of Punic cities, or wide street, like sewage. Okay, to drain off used water. The houses. When you see the houses. The let's say. Like industrial sites, industrial area of Kirkwen, in Kirkwen,
Maybe
where
advanced.
artisans had been working,
Right.
according to our professor Hassin
Fanter,
Fanter.
that's
Yes,
right.
Hassin
The
Fanter, who worked
specialist
a
of
lot.
Kirkwen.
Yeah, he's a
Right.
specialist. Okay, so today when you go to Kirkwen, you are a bit like not astonished, but when you see today their houses, how were they built? Okay, and when you see their pink baths, when you see their sinks, okay, with washing their hands,
Advanced
and
sanitation,
yes, their
apparently.
taps, okay,
Right.
so it was very advanced. Today, when unfortunately, because we wish getting a better environment, but when we see that and we see how clean were their cities, okay, we need to teach that to our children, to everybody. You know that in Kirkwen, you can see how people use water, how people use their baths, how people use their sinks, and how was water drained off. Okay, so the city remained all over its time, preserved and clean, okay,
Right.
and clean. So this is for Kirkwen.
Kirkwen.
Kirkwen, that's why I guess Kirkwen, it has its port. Kirkwen, there was handicraft using what we call murex to produce purple. Kirkwen,
And it was
Kirkwen.
discovered by chance, I guess.
It was discovered in 1952.
Right.
It was excavated by Pierre Santas first of all, and then Monsieur Hussein Fantar, and now there are other archaeologists working and excavating there, and there is like a big necropolis. Okay,
Right.
yes, they are working and they are excavating, digging out. Okay, to allow people to visit and to get more and more informations about Kirkwen. Kirkwen, not only Kirkwen, Punic, Neapolis. You know that the name is a Greek name. Huh?
Right.
It's not a
New
Punic
city.
name. New city, yes. Going back to 2,400 years ago, and in Neapolis, the foundation is a Punic foundation, okay? Kirkwen, Neapolis, I'm sorry, so witnessed as Kilibia, as Kirkwen witnessed like these attacks and this of Agathocles, but Neapolis, maybe people they don't know. So Neapolis, it was a very, very important Roman colony as well. It was promoted by Julius Caesar himself.
Yes.
You see, Julius Caesar himself. Okay, so it was very, very important. And today there is no nice site. Yes,
site.
Yes, I encourage people really to visit, and there is a nice museum which can be seen. This is for Neapolis. This is for the old time of Neapolis, but later Neapolis became another city, like experiencing a new handicraft, pottery. We should have pottery. Pottery is over there. Multicolored vases, okay, and plates, and so a lot of things
Which was
made there.
brought apparently in the 15th century by
15th
Andalusians.
century AD by Andalusians. Yes, it was. But we shouldn't forget that from Neapolis itself, okay, there was another pottery before, during the Roman time.
In the Roman times,
to make
right.
what? To make amphoras, and to export, to ship what? To ship garum. Garum, it was very important, is a fish sauce. And when you go on the spot, and you will find these salting basins, okay, produced to
Where they
produce and
produce
to
the
make
garum.
the garum, and the garum was very expensive. Rich people of El Jem, they were importing and garum from Portugal and Greece, wine and garum. They were getting them, okay, from buying them from Portugal and from Greece. So today, when we see this, when we say this pottery, when we talk about this pottery, I'm sorry, we shouldn't forget as well the tilers. These tiles are produced. It reminds us of Cuerda Seca. Okay, these tiles too. You know that the houses in Nabil today, and even you can see that in the Medina of Tunis. These tiled walls are using tilers, okay, to decorate, to adorn their walls, okay. Everything today they are produced there, and as well, I would like to tell people that you can visit and take yourself and your children as well to learn about this handicraft. You find people like producing these tiles, okay, producing this these potteries, this ceramic, okay, as well, like something which we need to promote and to highlight more and more.
Well, now they have been, removed to an area which is outside the city, because in the beginning, I mean, these factories, where they used to manufacture, if you want, the clay pottery, they used to be in the center of the city of Nabil, but after that they have moved them out of the city.
Now they
are in the outskirts outskirts of the
Yes.
city, and they have become more industrial type of
Sure,
you
yeah.
know, factories,
Sure, yeah, sure.
rather than
Yes.
the traditional ones
Yes.
that people can visit. But
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure that if people you know, are keen on that, they can always arrange
Yes.
a visit, you know,
Sure,
to these places.
Sure, yeah, there
It's
are
a
a lot
must,
of people,
really.
and there are tourists. Okay,
Yeah.
we always take tourists there, because not only the pottery itself, but the decoration, Hayat. The
That's
decoration is important, because the decoration is still handmade today.
Right,
Yes, it's still handmade. I mean, like, you find people doing that, okay, and people they enjoy, people they like it, people they take pictures, okay. So it means, like, when we tell them that, we don't lie to them. When we tell them that is handmade, not handmade like the I mean, like the clay, or how is it made. Yeah, maybe because they put in electric oven and something, but handmade by the artisans himself, okay, the potter himself, who is doing all of that. So something which is interesting, okay, producing a lot
Unfortunately, even this is disappearing a little bit, and
Yes.
the younger, you know, maybe
they
generation,
don't like the new generation.
that's
yeah.
right. They are not very keen on maybe this knowledge transfer, you know, from their parents or grandparents, which is really a pity,
Yes,
because the thing has become so industrialized that you know, this artisan work, which is the handmade work, is now really quite rare, you know,
Yeah.
in those places.
And furthermore, I would like why not to update our pottery, to update, like, keeping the Andalusian aspect, which this pottery started with, but as well, why not to update, why not to highlight, okay, like, producing, because today, you know, people, if this pottery started, for example, 70s, 80s, useless to carry on using same thing, producing same thing, to be competitive, okay,
Right.
in the world, you should
Innovate.
Innovate.
Right.
And update yourself,
Right.
okay. It doesn't mean that it's not good. No, people, they appreciate, they like, okay. Do you know that some people came, okay, with I got people from United States, and yes, and they shipped it from here this
That's
time,
right.
because
That's
they
right.
appreciated. Where can we find that? And we went to the place where we found that, okay, and they bought, very happy. So this is something which it could be profitable, this this handicraft.
That's right.
Why not?
That's right. Well, apart from that, apart from pottery, of course, Nebula or Neapolis, as you want to call it, is also famous for mats.
Mats, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Which is a plant-based, you know, mattress or mat.
Mattress.
Mat,
Rather. Mat, you can say mat.
Sira,
Harsh,
we call it
yes,
in
we
Arabic,
say in
right.
Arabic, sira. Yes. This is something which, yes, when people, they say, where they see, really, they start asking about it. What is it? What is it? When you explain to them, when you tell them how useful was that, okay?
That's right.
So, and still we have artisans, we have craftsmen doing that. Oh, this is because this is a testimony about our history. Well, when you get inside, so without, I would like to mention something else, but because people, for them, not only pottery in Nablus, but Nablus, it has an old city, okay, medieval, modern cities. There were different souks, mat souk, in the Medina, in the Medina,
right.
Jewish souk, copper souk. So, like that, why we don't promote, why we don't review a lot of things, allowing people to walk around, to stroll around the narrow streets of Nablus, because Nablus is an old city going back to the Punic Roman and medieval and modern time as well.
That's right.
People, they want to see that. People, they want to see how did these people move from doing that. So, for example, today tourism is the main, is the main income of the city,
Right.
maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so so apart from you know, pottery and mats and there are some other thing which is that Nebel is famous for is the embroidery as well.
Ah, yes, embroidery.
The
Yes, thanks for
embroidery,
reminding me.
and there's another thing,
embroideries.
before we move on to the
Yes.
embroidery, there is the orange flower water, zhar,
Yes,
which
yeah,
is
this one.
typical
Yes.
of the city of Nebel, of
Yes,
course. Not only orange flower water, geranium, rose flower, and I know that in some time ago, there are some very famous, perfume industries from France who come especially, to
Guerlain.
pick up the...
Guerlain, he's growing flowers.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
growing hectares of flowers
That's
near
right.
Nebel.
That's
So
right. To make the most expensive perfumes
yes,
out of our flowers.
Using our flowers harvested here.
Yeah.
It means that they knew, and they studied all of that, okay, and they definitely figured that no way that this country used to be as to host and to hold many handicrafts. Old handicrafts as its old history, okay?
That's right.
Because yes.
So embroidery, you have an idea about that?
Embroidery, yes, embroidery. But although today, unfortunately, despite that, this handicraft is getting not in terms of production and in terms of people, reduce it down. Okay,
it's more machine
yes,
made rather
more
than
machine
handmade now.
today. But there are people still doing that,
That's
and
right.
they are proud of their
Of course,
handicraft.
of
They are
course.
proud of their handicraft. So that's why we need to. Why not to intervene, to help them
to
coming
promote that.
back to promote,
Those crafts,
yeah.
yes, and those handmade things especially.
Yes, and something is authentic,
Right.
okay, authentic, okay. That what people want to see here in Tunisia. As I said last time, they want to experience, okay,
Right.
experiencing, not to stay like enclosed in a hotel 24 hours and then fly back to their. No, they
that's
want
right.
to experience all of that.
experience.
To experience
To live their
all of that.
experience.
Yes, like
Right.
that we highlight our tourism and we make our tourism more profitable.
Right.
We have a lot of things. Not only that, but if we talk and we start talking about culinary tourism, we're gonna get lost. Really.
Harissa.
Harissa.
Don't forget harissa.
Oh, harissa. Yeah, harissa. There's not only harissa, and this figurine sugar dolls. And
the sugar dolls, right.
mayo oja. This is
yes,
you are from the
that's
area,
right.
and you know mayo
Yes.
oja. Their special couscous. Why not? Why not we we help people to get back? Okay, to highlight that.
Right.
Why not? Do we have a restaurant in Nabul serving these meals?
Which is specialized in the meals that are typical of the region. Well, unfortunately, maybe it does not exist. I don't know much about that, but tomorrow we will know more about my guests tomorrow who will come here.
Oh, that's good. That's
to
good
talk
to know.
about about the Gabon as a world region of gastronomy for 2028. So we'll know more about that topic tomorrow.
I don't know. Just what I wanted to say, Hayat, is yes, this is good news for me. I'm gonna I'm gonna listen this your program. Why? Because it's interesting for me. Because some people, today Gabon is known. Hotels, buffet in the hotels,
right. The sea, the sand, and
the really. No,
right.
It's okay. Make buffet. You are free to bake in your hotels. You can, but do not forget that.
That's right.
Do not hide that. Do not kill that. Okay, encourage people, help people to get back because they are delicious. Really.
That's right. Okay, so let's continue very quickly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So apart from pottery, then. the handicrafts that we have mentioned, like embroidery, like mats, like we have even mentioned harissa, orange flower distilling, which is very famous of the region as well. Let's not forget the stone carving in Darshaben.
The stone carving in Darshaben,
which is one of the
going back,
goes back as well to the to maybe the Andalusians as well.
Andalusian, yes. I wish I see one day, for example, like the most of our houses, like the facade of our houses, using that, okay, because it gives. That's why people, they don't stand. Okay, they don't stand up in front of like I don't know, skyscraper. Okay, to we don't have that, but I mean like a building, a high building of many floors and many stories to take a picture. No, they stand up in front of something special and local, because that stone sculpture producing things and columns and arches and and capitals as well. So doing that, using that for decoration to adorn their houses, they give like a local and authentic aspect of the house. So that's why this is good too. Why not?
And sometimes you find the combination not only of the carved stones in the facade of houses, but also the ceramic, the tiles.
The tiles,
so it's a combination of both.
Yes,
which is really a beautiful match. Sometimes in some of the facades of houses.
People, when they come to you, they don't come to you to see you like you are a modern, very modern country. Yes, why not modern country? But at the same time, what is your history? Yes,
that's
where is your authenticity?
Right.
Yeah, as well.
Okay, so let's move on to Al-Hawariya.
Al-Hawariya, yes.
You have skipped it. You went straight from Kalibia to Al-Hawariya.
No, Al-Hawariya, I like this place, Hayat. I like this place. Okay, unfortunately today, despite that the caves are not today cannot be visited because they said that experts, they came from patrimonial institutes for security reasons, and not any other reasons, but just to talk just briefly that this site, these quarries used to supply Carthage and Rome later. I mean, like Roman Punic city and Roman cities as well, with the stones, with materials, and then the view. You know that people, they come there, they go there, and near a bit near that caves, without visiting, they stand up, closing eyes and taking a deep breath. So this is amazing. A lot of people, they do that, by the way. Yes, yes. So because it's pure, clean, and is a bit, why? Because a bit windy, so that's why they can do that.
You experience the greatness of silence.
The greatness of silence and a very deep breath.
Right.
Then over there you have many nice restaurants. You can like serving fish. Fish meals, and looking like at the sea, a nice, very nice view. Al-Hawariya, this is, and from Al-Hawariya today, Al-Hawariya, it has like a nice, very fine sand beaches where people they enjoy, and people they enjoy as well the sea trip. Like what is named the pirate excursion trips. Like yes, and that what we can organize more and more. And promote more and more.
It's called the historical name is Aquilaria, I guess, which means the place of eagles.
Yes, this is the place of eagles, and there is a festival.
A
festival. There is a festival organized.
The Hoke Festival.
Yes, the
Festival de l'Épervier.
Yeah, de l'Épervier.
That's right.
This is international festival.
That's right.
Because people, and there are like the seascape. We shouldn't forget the seascape from Kilibia. Across Hammam Kilibia as well. So that area, it has like a very nice seascape. Shouldn't forget as well, like those lagoons which we find somewhere.
Yeah, islands.
Islands, yes, like
Zimbra
islands
and
with
Zimbretta.
the two islands, Zimbra and Zimbretta. Yes, they are protected by the government. Yes, they are doing
Like
well
the
because to
Galit
protect them.
Island.
Like
you can
the
go there,
Galit Island.
with a special permit.
And why not visiting them, but special by organizing special visits. But I wanted to talk about these flamingos, which we can see sometimes,
right.
like basically winter and the spring. Leads us to talk about Kilibya as well, with its fortress, amazing view from where we can see Pantelleria. So you can see, guys, you can come to Kilibya to see Europe. From Kilibya you can see Europe. From the like Al Hawariya as well. And basically from Kilibya or driving to Kilibya. Kaban is still wild nature. Okay, people spontaneously living over there, farming, harvesting vegetables. Okay, that's what makes Kaban like a special area. Kabul is not adapted to tourism at all, except along the seaside. But the Kaban people, they live normally. Kaban people, they harvest. Kaban people, they farm. They breed animals. Okay, so we can benefit from that and review something.
Maybe,
why not?
maybe. The things that people would like to see, since it's an area which is more of an agricultural area, is for people to go and experience one day on a big farm, for instance, during the olive harvest, or maybe during the citrus fruit harvest, during the orange flower water harvest,
or grapes.
Etc.
You know that, yes,
figs.
Is known figs as well. It's known for its winery, because people like coming, they don't know that
Grombelia.
Yes, it is known for its winery. And going back to the Roman time, Italian farmers, here, and they grew their vineyards here in Kaban.
Right.
So this is Kaban. If you'd like to,
before we finish, a quick stop in Hammamet. We cannot forget Hammamet.
Hammamet Puput, Hammamet Puput. Hammamet is the Puput, the Roman Puput, promoted under Commodus, the Roman Emperor Commodus. Hammamet.
So the first place to see in Hammamet is the Medina, of course.
Yes, is the Medina. By the way, that fortress. People maybe sometimes they go there, just
the fortress,
to have lunch or something
the
like that.
Kasbah?
Yes, it's Kasbah, which is dating from the 9th and the 10th century AD, and it was rebuilt like 14th century AD.
Right.
Initially, it was like a Ribat to defend the city and to defend the coastline. Today, Hammamet, yes, tourism started very early, started since the 60s. But do not skip walking and strolling around the narrow streets of the Medina of Hammamet. And by the way, why not? It's like just a friendly request to for example, to write down something like signs telling about the streets, about the places, those squares. Hammamet deserves, and
you mean
Hammamet
signposts? That should be written. They do not exist there.
Yes. Yeah, but they exist, but more information, so that people, when
more
they come,
extensive information.
Yes,
right.
More extensive information, because people today, when we say Hammamet, tourism. No,
well,
Hammamet has a history.
This is a nice
Why
project
not?
for young
people. It would
people.
help for promoting tourism.
It's a nice project for young people who are very digital.
Yes.
And they can work on these signposts for these interesting places to visit.
Sure.
So they can give a brief history, like a small screen that you can push a button and read. For instance, like it exists in other countries, right? You can just push a button, and you can read. You can have a brief history of that place or that site or whatever. You have also Sidi Hadid.
Sidi Bouhdid. Yes, Sidi Bouhdid. Sidi Bouhdid today
is a mausoleum.
Is a mausoleum, and as well a good location of a coffee shop. People, they enjoy coming there and sitting, facing the sea. after visiting the Medina.
And watching
yes.
the romantic sundown.
Yeah, very, very romantic. Yeah, very, very romantic.
Right,
Couples that
right.
they would enjoy when they go there.
The last but not least, Dar Sebastien, where the
Dar
International
Sebastien,
Festival of Hammamet
takes
is
place.
held. So
Yes,
it's the International
held,
Cultural
yes.
Center.
Dar Sebastien, you know that whenever I go there, because people started being requested that Dar Sebastien, this very rich Romain man, okay, who lived in Hammamet, and the Sebastien, yes, we shouldn't forget that it was visited by many people, Hammamet and that cultural center, Paul Clay, okay, famous, yeah, very famous,
yeah, right.
famous personalities, okay. So
I can name the English writer Somerset Maugham, who visited
yes.
that place. I can also name the Swedish American actress Greta Garbo as well, who was
yes.
one of the
if memory serves, Sophia Loren as well.
Sophia Loren as
that's
well.
right.
So many famous personalities,
yes.
you know, were invited at Dar Sebastien. You know, he was the
garden.
host.
There is a nice garden. Okay,
Beautiful
just
garden,
to explain better to people. Nice, beautiful garden. Location of the theater as well.
Right.
So and he insisted to build it on a model of Andalusian architecture style as well.
Right.
Okay, like what we have in Sidi Boussaid. The Baron Rodolphe d'Irlanger. Yes, in Hammamet, Hammamet tourism shouldn't skip that. Tourism, we are proud to be a nice country, attracting and greeting people to come to visit Tunisia.
Right.
But there is something we need to highlight more and more and to promote more and more. Kebon is a nice place. Yes, honestly, Keba, maybe a lot of things we should review something in order to make our tourism more and more profitable.
Okay, tomorrow we will focus on the Gabon, but from a culinary point of view.
That's interesting.
My guests will talk tomorrow about the Gabon as a world region of gastronomy for 2028. Yeah. And this is an initiative of the International Institute of Gastronomy, Culture, Art and Tourism. So stay tuned for what we are going to talk about tomorrow. The Gabon then in the limelight tomorrow.
Good idea.
So thank you so much, Dr. Jameleddine Aouini, for this interesting then visit of the Gabon Peninsula. And our next visit will be maybe to another area, another region.
Yeah,
okay.
We're going to talk about another, why not? Because Tunisia, it has a big wealth,
That's right.
Big, very, very big wealth. I will try to talk about, to help people to have more ideas, more informations about that, and how
to promote local tourism.
And to promote local tourism, yes,
right.
because people, Tunisian, they go. That's why I said that when we talked about Kirkwen, please take your children and explain to them,
that they know,
make them
what
visit
their history is about.
Yes, their history and that cleanness,
and especially to be proud of it.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for the invitation. I would like to thank as well our listeners. Okay, and yes, another time maybe we talk about other things. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.